Welcome back to the channel. Another transfer roundup for you then, going over the latest news and rumours. Starting off with Kylian Mbappe, 259 million to Saudi Arabia.
It's a big boy.
World record. He's if top 5 world record transfer, he's already in it, and he's just going to stomp it up already. Stupid money.
I heard it and I was like, what the flip is he doing? Like, he can't...
You thought it was yen or something?
I was like, he can't be considered, like... He can't play the France team if he goes out there. He can't be considered, like, a great... And, like, Ballon d'Ors in the running for that if he goes out there. Maybe he'd still play for France, but, like, Ballon d'Ors and stuff, you can't... No way you're being involved in that conversation if you go out there.
No, yeah.
But then I heard the deal. They're basically paying 269 for him.
259.
Whatever. They're paying silly money for him to go over there and earn like 1.3 million a week.
I thought it was 700 million a year.
1.3 million a week.
Yeah, sorry.
Go over there, earn that, and then apparently he's going to sign a year's contract, and then after the year he's going to go to Madrid anyway on a free.
So, yeah, but I also heard that apparently in Saudi Arabia you don't get the tax benefits unless you've been there for 2 years. So that, obviously it'd still get a crap ton of money, but...
Yeah. I can't see him going unless that is the deal.
No, he
ain't going to go there on a proper 5-year contract.
I don't think he's going to sign. If he's got any respect for his footballing game,
his legacy,
he's not going there. I think he's going Real Madrid.
I think he goes for that year and then he goes on a free, which is so. They're basically it's a win for him because he's earning silly money and then he gets his dream move. It's a win for blooming PSG. They're buzzing. They've got the absolute dollar for him. The only ones it's not a win for is blooming Saudi, but what that do for their league, maybe it is. But they've got so much money, do they care? Like 200
I see, in my head,
it's madness, but...
Yeah, it's madness. In my head, he's already agreed a chunky deal with Real Madrid. He's trying to long it out at PSG, sweat out this last year, and then be like, yeah, I'm just going to go to Real Madrid on a fat, juicy contract and be at the team I want to be at. Yeah. PSG ain't going to have that. So they're obviously looking to sell. They've had this crazy deal come through the door and like, yes, please.
They're buzzing.
But Mbappe ain't going to sign it.
Do you know
I mean, I think it's a 50-50 to be fair, because it depends how money hungry he is. He already did that situation when he basically come like a second chairman at PSG for that year, just to say. Yeah. So apparently his mum's his agent as well. So I don't know.
I mean, if that year thing's true, that's a no-brainer for him. You go and do that. But it's only a year, he's only 24. But if it generally is to like go over and sign like a 3-4 year contract, that's absolute madness. And he's literally killing his legacy. Yeah. And I'll literally lose all respect for him.
Yeah, no, 100%. So
it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Well, we made a video on it earlier a few weeks ago about Harry Kane. Apparently, it's looking likely to be off, mate.
Do you know what?
Bayern Munich. I never saw it.
I know. I thought he was just so hungry for the records, and I just thought...
Well, we talked about it, didn't we? It was hungry for the records, and at the time, Man United and Real Madrid's name were knocking about.
Yeah, Man United just saying.
And we were like, well, okay, Real Madrid come knocking, you can't really say no.
No.
Levy's offered him a 400 grand contract, which is madness for us. Like, I think he was on 200 and he was our highest paid player anyway. So doubling his wage, I mean, he'd make him deservedly one of the top paid players in the Premier League. But you don't want it, mate. He wants to win trophies. And I think Tuchel's got in his head. It's crazy because
you go to win the German League. They've won it the last 15 years in a row. It doesn't mean anything. No. People aren't going to go, oh my god, do you remember when Kane didn't win a trophy at Spurs and everyone was like, he's going to be the best player to ever win a trophy? Oh, he's gone to win 4 German leagues. Who gives a toss?
It sounds like Tuchel's got in his head about they're going to win the Champions League, but I don't see it, especially after Real Madrid. City looking solid at the minute. There's so many teams
to beat City and Madrid.
It's not a walk in the park.
It's just a joke because like. I can't see them winning it in the next couple of years. But I mean, if he does go, he might fancy himself to go and make the difference. If he goes and does it fair play, then he's made the right choice. But I think it's a risk.
Yeah, well, it's not a risk because, like you say, if he wants to win trophies, it guaranteed.
That's not.
I know it's not in the eyes, but when he comes to the end of his career. If he goes to Germany for a couple of years, maybe wins Champions League, wins a couple of like League Cups or whatever over there, then comes back to the Prem, does the record, hopefully at Spurs again.
Do you know what would be really funny?
I mean, he's finished his career happy.
That's what would be really funny. I mean, you'd be buzzing. He does go. Yeah. You spend the money well, and then you go and win a cheeky League Cup or something.
I've already thought about this.
It's because it happened with Gerrard, didn't it?
Yeah.
Gerrard never won the league, was our best player, and then he left and we won the blooming league.
Yeah.
Like literally a couple of seasons later. So that would be quite funny.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be buzzing.
I'd be buzzing.
But who would you? So what they're saying is
there's
85 million pounds.
I think roughly about 100 million euros. I think Levy wants 112, but there's talk about 100 million euros. Apparently, there's some weird buyback clause maybe going to be in there after 2 or 3 seasons.
Throw me your.
We've got
your dream and your realistic.
Well, I'm saying realistic either way. There's a couple we're touted with. One, which is the Frankfurt striker. I can't remember his name. But he's pretty decent. To be fair. He's pretty decent, but apparently they want about 80 million euros for him. So it'd basically be the whole wedge going back into him.
I can't comment on him because I don't know.
And the other one, Ivan Toney.
Well, that doesn't make any sense because he's out till.
Well, you'd get him in January, but then you would have to have Richarlison until then. But they're the two names that are sort of floating about that would fit the system.
Son would potentially play up as well.
Well, you could have either because that man Solomon looks away. So I've only seen it one game at the minute, but he was decent.
I mean, Tony would be a great signing, but obviously you're missing for half a season, so I'd be worried if that.
Yeah, but whether you do go in now, get a little cheeky discount on him.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, you probably get if you went in now, you probably get him 45, 50.
That's a risk.
It is a risk either way, but
50 mil for a player that can't play till January.
I know.
Can you even buy him? Can you buy him when he's banned?
I think so.
Sure. I don't think that's ever happened.
I don't know. Anyway, on with. We've talked about him for a few weeks
now.
They
don't blow me away, but yeah, carry on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They're not. Yeah, but who's knocking around the market at the minute?
I don't know off the top of my head, but
I mean, United are desperate for a striker. They're going for Højlund, who's not proven. He's done it all one season for Atalanta. Who else? Chelsea is scrambling around. You've got Lukaku.
That's right.
I mean, there's not a lot of strikers floating about. There's that Vlahovic at Juventus. That would probably be all right. His name's sort of knocked about.
Cheeky 50 mil bid for Jota, mate. He'll do a job for you.
He's too small, mate. I think it's more of a target man we're looking for. Anyway, Zaha finally picked a club.
Yeah, you do.
Galatasaray. I think as we record, it's just been actually confirmed.
I think picked a club is a bit of a stretch.
We had a few options.
I
mean, they weren't great teams.
Who did he have? Who did he have? I think he thought, I'm going to get PSG and all them offering me money.
Yeah,
it didn't happen. So he's been waiting out and he's scrounging for Galatasaray.
Yeah, that's what we said last week.
Have you seen their front three?
No.
Be him.
I've seen him linked with
what's the Argentina striker that slept with Thingy's wife?
God, that's
specific, he played for Inter Milan. Oh my God, what's his name?
Oh, you're thinking of Icardi.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right, Aston Villa, mate. Doing a bit of business. I think first Pau Torres, I was a bit like, his name's been knocked about a bit, but then obviously after Botman, similar sort of situation where his name's getting touted about, but Leverkusen's talent.
Yeah, they're going for
is it Diaby, isn't it?
Diaby, yeah.
Decent.
Must admit, I've not seen loads of him, but from what I'm hearing,
seen a bit of him. He looks like a player, mate.
From what I'm hearing, I think he got like 10 goals, 11 assists last season or something in the league.
Looks like a good signing. I think
he had a big offer from Saudi, shock. But he actually turned it down, so fair play to him.
Yeah, they
turned it down. So
he values his career.
Yeah. So
still more to come as well, I think.
Yeah, they're doing all right.
I mean, it's going to.
I might have to change my prediction because I put them.
They're definitely going to climb up in mine. I think.
Because
get back into
they struggle with the squad in Europe. But if that's the thing.
It's the unknown, isn't it? A lot of these teams, like your Brightons, Newcastle, and Villa, they haven't been in Europe either at all or in a very long time.
Yeah.
So it's the unknown, really. But who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But that will probably change. Also, Jimenez to Fulham. Does that mean Mitrovic is off then? 52 million.
Interesting one about that. So 5.5 mil.
5.5, yeah.
That's his price on fantasy football. Don't think that's ever happened before. That's ever happened. I mean, I'd be worried if I was a Fulham fan. You're losing Mitro for Jimenez, who's not really pulled up any trees in the last few years. I know he's
maybe needed that new start. Maybe he needed that fresh start.
Yeah, maybe. I'd be worried. I think they struggle.
Yeah, apparently West Ham are stepping up Paulinho a bit as well.
Really, yeah.
So that
we've been linked with him as well massively this week. Yeah, I mean, I can't see it happening. They want like 80 mil for a 28-year-old.
No, I think they'll take 60.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think so. I think all 55 cash, maybe with a little cheeky add-on.
We're working on number 6, so it could be him. God knows.
Yeah.
We're linked with loads, but we always do it on the low day.
Same thing. I've been seeing loads of names getting batted around a few teams, like West Ham yourself. And
it wouldn't surprise me if that broke. Yes, that broke though, like 65 mil, Paulina going Liverpool, like this week.
Yeah,
be interesting.
Could be.
If they lose him as well, though, I'd be worried, yeah.
City should have got it over the line, 7 yet, but that, is it Garvelio?
Yeah, really interesting though.
He's decent, mate.
He's very good. I'd love him. But it's exactly what we need.
So many good
centre backs.
We
need him. Basically, it basically broke that it was pretty much almost done.
Yeah.
And then their chairman or whatever came out and said, look, we've got the 70 million euros from Soboslai, so we're good for money. We don't need to sell, and we won't be held at ransom, basically. And it's gone all quiet, so we shall see.
That's mad, because it was quite a lot of money they were talking about, weren't they? Feels like nearly 100 million euros or
Yeah, I
something.
think it's like 85. But
That's mad. But he's a top player.
Yeah,
Imagine having the options between him, Ruben Diaz, John Stones, Laporte, Akanji, and Ake. That's mental.
But they basically play four.
Yeah.
They play four centre backs, don't they?
I don't care.
And then Stones goes
Still.
in the field. Yeah, I mean, I know.
I mean, it's mental.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like, talk about...
But interesting though, the other end.
Well, it's weakening up.
They've shot their options up, haven't they?
Yeah,
They've
but then
not got as many. They're letting.
I reckon he's going to push Stones into midfield this season.
Yeah.
And Calvin Phillips might get a bit more of a game time.
But they've gone from having Grealish, Foden, Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne,
I feel like this is Foden's
Alvarez,
season. This is going to be
Haaland. So now they've got Haaland, Alvarez, De Bruyne, Foden. Gundogan's gone. Bernardo Silva, Grealish. I mean, it's still got 6.
I mean, it's still got class. And they got De Bruyne and stuff.
But a lot. Amaris has gone as well.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, Gundogan and Mahrez alone are big names to lose. If they lose Bernardo as well,
I don't think he'll go now. Said that the whole time.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, Conor Gallagher, Spurs and West Ham.
Mate,
Chelsea are...
I can't see it.
Well, Chelsea are linked with a few different names. Obviously, Casado and Elise from Palace.
Yeah, I see that. But he's a right winger. He's not centre
but
mid.
Gallagher's been playing all over the shop.
But he's been getting good minutes in pre-season.
I know, he's scored a few goals
He's
as
literally
well.
one of their only. I think they got like 4 centre mids.
Apparently, they're happy to get rid of him for 35 billion. I think that for an English player with the English tax, I would have him.
Sure.
Well, it's talk that Atletico Madrid are going to get Højbjerg off us.
Yeah, I see that. Is that who you want to replace him?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, obviously, we're looking to go more attacking. But then, to be fair, I want to put the money in to defenders, first of all. And we've still got like Lo Celso and Ndombele that we haven't shipped off yet. And I mean, Lo Celso on his day is probably as good as Gallagher when he's fit and actually raring. And Ndombele's got the talent and the ability, he just doesn't live up to it. So at this point in time, I'd rather go spend 80 million on 2 quality centre backs rather than 35 on Gallagher and then 1 good centre back.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see. But if Højbjerg goes, I don't know.
It's a weird one. Is he not one of your better midfielders?
Yeah, but we only need 1 6, and I think he wants Højbjerg as a 6. So Basima's going to be big this season for us. Yes,
how much you sending for?
Probably about 30.
To who?
Atletico.
How old?
27.
I'll tell you what.
I mean,
we need, because obviously Lavia's our target, but he's 19. So Højbjerg and Lavia to learn off of him.
That's
perfect.
He's a top player, man. I love him. I don't really want to get rid of him.
I'm surprised we're not in on that.
Especially with like Skip being the backup 6, I'd have Højbjerg over Skip all day.
Yeah,
I like Skip.
I'd take him fully.
Højbjerg's decent, but then we've got Bentancur to come back and stuff as well. So I think our midfield will be fine without him. But who knows? But yeah, like I said, Chelsea are obviously making big transitions. Nottingham Forest, Alanga and Dean Henderson.
Oh, I saw the Alanga one. I didn't see Henderson.
Well, I think Henderson's alone, and I think Alanga, they're talking about 15 mil.
Decent.
Which is not bad, to be fair. Two good signings.
Yeah, very good.
I mean, they need that keeper. And I don't know why Henderson doesn't get...
He's probably...
obviously, he doesn't want to be a backup. It's pretty apparent. And then he's not. But then who have United got as a backup?
Yeah, but you never have. Your number 2's always some like look at City's. Like, I mean, they've got that young guy, and they're third, I think. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, could be. There's a few little transfers knocking about and stuff.
Good business though from Forest.
But yeah, we talked about it for a while as well. Barnes finally done to Newcastle.
Called it, didn't I? Called it on the old video back in a few weeks ago.
Like you said, looking like Maximum's going out to Saudi. It feels
too.
like Saudi is chucking money at anyone. They're like, do you want to come? No? Okay, we'll move on to the next one.
Yeah, literally.
But anyway, that's the transfer roundup, sir.
Boom.
You know what it is.
Hopefully,
we didn't speak about it.
We'll have some blooming Liverpool news. I'm getting fed up now.
Well, yeah.
And some bloody midfielders.
We didn't speak about it early on, but if you're still watching, Fantasy League in the description below. Winner gets £100. Just got to sign up before the start of the season and be a subscriber. Lovely stuff. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. You know the score. And we'll see you in the next one.
See you later, guys.
Cheers.